I am joined by Sean from Omnia today, so thank you so much for joining me, Sean.
No problem.
So tell me a little bit about Dwight and kind of why you wanted to bring Dwight into your business. We're automating one process for you at the moment. So just explain a little bit about the problem that you were facing before you thought about bringing Dwight in, what he's doing for you, and essentially why you chose Meet Dwight to help you with this.
Yeah, so I guess the nature of our business, to give a bit of context to it, it's very, very kind of admin heavy in some ways. So in a typical week, we might onboard in the region of about 400 new workers, contractors, or employees into the business. So, and that is consistent every single week. So obviously quite a high volume straight off the bat there in terms of data that is coming into our systems, and obviously there's people that might leave off the back of that as well. And like I say, it's a split between contractors and employees, but doesn't particularly change the fact that for both there's a lot of obviously compliance that goes along with it. So simple right to work checks, contracts of employment, services, bank details, everything you can imagine from an onboarding a subcontractor or an employee point of view. So yeah, we typically might have, I've done the maths on it, but several man hours in terms of just data entry and data input into a piece of software. So as things like this seem to obviously certainly evolved over the last number of years and seem to have been quite a hot topic, particularly in the last year or so. It was, being honest, a little bit of a chance kind of stumble, I guess, across the stand at the Birmingham Expo last September, October time, which it's kind of grabbed. Can't tell you exactly what grabbed my attention, but something kind of clearly did as I was walking around that expo, and then I actually saw Dries do a little bit of a bit of a chat or presentation at that expo as well. And yeah, I think the way that the way that my mind works is I like to try and make things as straightforward and simple as possible in lots of different ways. And yeah, something's kind of clicked then, I guess, that this seems quite exciting, quite different from anything I'd particularly seen in terms of any of the companies necessarily doing it, or if they are certainly branding themselves as doing it. Won't lie as well, the Dwight thing stuck a little bit because I have watched the US Office all the way through probably about 15 times, which may make me sad or cool, who knows. So that probably grabbed a bit of attention as well. And then obviously had a chat with Dries off the back of that. At the time as well, we were just changing our payroll software provider within the business to one that I guess would be more capable of hooking up with tech like Dwight. And that's kind of, I guess, where the idea was born, and obviously over that coming period it started to come to life. And then obviously meeting with yourself, your team, and then Grace and some of our team and on the Omnia side, it kind of started to take shape in terms of exactly what tasks Dwight might be able to help us streamline, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And, exactly what you said there, being able to speak to Dries about everything and get his view on it, and seeing him deliver his speech seems like that really drew you in, which is amazing. And getting, I guess, us on a call with you and your team and having Grace on there, who's been a key driver from your side, honestly, she's been great. I mean, how have you found the process so far, and the support with the team, and just the implementation period in itself?
Yeah, it's been really good. Like I say, for I guess any business like ours, it's all new and it's all kind of uncharted territory. So to be able to lean on you guys for, because being honest, as much as when you see the idea and you have the idea, you're not really sure, if we ask it to do this, are we going too far? Are we not asking enough? So obviously to be able to get that experience and kind of find how we're going to be able to best implement these kind of new AI and obviously Dwight into our system. But yes, it's been great from that kind of support point of view, and the ongoing contact has been absolutely key. So I know you've been in touch. I think it's literally every week, probably sometimes multiple times a week with where the project's at. Because again, obviously we appreciate it's a big build and I'm sure a big task on your side to understand what we do and what direction we want to take it in. But no, from a communication point of view, it's been absolutely faultless.
Amazing. And of course, we want to just make sure that you're in the loop as much as you can be throughout the process as well. So throughout each stage. That's why those weekly catch-ups, I think, are key, and just making sure we're all aligned and helping keep things moving along. And I know I mentioned it before, but Grace has been great in like keeping on top of things on your side as well, which I think is always good in these kind of implementations, is having someone manage the process on both sides, just so that it's very seamless. So no, she's been amazing too.
Yeah, that she is.
Yeah. And so just for everyone listening, talk me through really high level the process that Dwight is automating for you, and the benefit that you're starting to see or expecting to see from this.
Yeah, so from a high level point of view, it's again just touching back on the sheer volume of people we're looking to process. But ultimately, I guess what we're judged on by our clients is of course paying people correctly and on time as kind of the main aim. But there's lots of bits that go into making that happen. And yeah, I think the main thing, certainly in my head, that Twig, that if we can implement something like this, we're gonna be able to onboard workers more quickly, get them registered and get them compliant and ready for payroll more quickly. Which sounds obvious, but it's obviously not always the easiest thing to do. So that's the key driver. And some really easy examples, I guess, would be in our previous world, and this is clearly no fault of everybody. Humans don't work 24/7. But we could have workers who want the payment on a Friday morning. They might do some of their registration process on a Thursday night. Obviously, our team would come in Friday morning. There could be 50 documents there that they've got to try and work and sift through. So even with the best will in the world, it could mean that a worker's not paid till even though they've only done the documents on a Thursday night, by the way, but still, they might not get their funds till lunchtime or later on a Friday as well. So with this, if they send it 8 o'clock on a Thursday night, good old Dwight's going to be straight on it. And so our teams can come in on a Friday morning, and instead of having to process those documents, it's all going to be done. So ultimately, that worker, instead of being paid, for argument's sake, at 2 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, they might get that payment at 9 o'clock on a Friday morning. And from our point of view, then it means that they're not going to call our client, the recruiters or the construction companies, saying that they're not been paid, because we're just going to be able to process things just far more quickly than literally is humanly possible in some cases. So I think that'll also be the key benefit, I think, for us and for our contractors, because they're going to get their money more quickly, and for our clients, because they're going to have happier contractors or temporary workers that are going to be just much more content with their placement. Yeah,
just that huge benefit all around there, really, for everyone, really involved in all aspects and all points of that process, which is amazing to see. So
the way that it's planned out, so as you'll know, Dwight's going to be involved right at the start of their onboarding journey, and pretty much right through to them being ready, and just before the money hits the bank account, which is very good all round.
Amazing. Well, as I said, you and the team have been a dream to work with on this project, and we're really excited to kind of keep the partnership going and get a lot more Dwights into the business with you as well at some point soon. So just a thank you from us, really, on partnership so far and how easy it's been working with you all.
Yeah, good. No, that's very, very nice to hear from our side, and it's certainly reciprocated as well. And we're just excited to actually have this implemented and try and be a bit of an innovator, I guess, within our sector, and a bit of a world where it's hard to find a USP. But obviously, we certainly think in Dwight we've got one.